Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we'll be discussing about EPF Joint Declaration Change Requests. In our previous video, we have discussed how the joint declaration filing takes place by an employer. In this video, we'll see how the joint declaration change requests happens. That is nothing but how the request or the filing done by joint declaration gets approved. Which means, in simple words, with this video we'll understand how the joint declaration can be and will be approved by the employer through EPF portal. What is joint declaration? Before getting into the video, let us understand what exactly joint declaration is. A joint declaration form is an Employees Provident Fund EPF form used to correct EPF, that is nothing but Provident Fund member details. Joint declaration is for the benefit of the employees, where employee can make changes or make corrections to his or her profile, where the employee has to fill the joint declaration form on the member portal for Provident Fund. Rectifying errors in the PF account is necessary, since mistakes in the name or incorrect date of birth can create problems during PF withdrawal. So dear friends, joint declaration form is a benefit given by the EPF department to make corrections in the employee's profile, where employees can make changes in their profile through joint declaration for easing the withdrawal of PF. Because if the date of birth or name is mismatched with the Aadhaar or the bank details, the withdrawal of PF will not be possible. So an employee should make sure that the details, that is name, date of birth, father's name, etc. should be correct and should match with the bank and the Aadhaar. So here the joint declaration will help the employee to make the corrections in their profile. This form is a combination form for employees and employers. Employees will have to update the corrections on the portal along with the documents evidence. Upon submission of the online form, this would be reflected in the employer portal for verification and approval. Post the approval from the employer, a request would be placed with the PF office for corrections. It is necessary to have the correct details in the member profile for the Provident Fund to ensure seamless online processing of partial withdrawal, transfer out and settlements. Which means joint declaration form is a combination form for employers and employees, where employee will be updating the details of him or her by correcting the profile, details like name, date of birth and father's name, mother's name, etc. along with the document proofs. Once the joint declaration form is submitted, it would be reflected in the employer portal, wherein the employer will check and approve the joint declaration. Once the joint declaration is approved, then the request will be placed with the PF officer for corrections. Once the PF officer checks the documents uploaded by the employer and the employee, and if the corrections are matching with the document proofs, then it would be approved, which will be in turn reflected in the employee profile, wherein the details are corrected for the withdrawal, transfer or settlement of Provident Fund. So this is how the joint declaration is helpful for the employee to make corrections in their profile for the future benefits, that is withdrawal or transfer or settlement of PF. Joint declaration approval by employer. Now we'll see how the joint declaration is approved by the employer and what are the requirements for joint declaration approval. In case the employer finds the joint declaration request proper, the same shall be approved by the digitally using the e-sign facility, which means the e-sign is required for approving the joint declaration submitted by the employer or employer. Even the employers will also have the option to upload additional documents supporting the corrections, which means in our previous video we have seen if an employee is not able to log into their member portal, in that scenario, the employee requests the employer to do the joint declaration on behalf of the employee by supporting the documents for making corrections. So, to approve the joint declaration application submitted by the employee, e-sign is mandatory. Without e-sign, joint declaration cannot be approved by the employer. As I said, e-sign is mandatory because through e-sign only, the joint declaration can be approved by the employer through EPF employer portal. So, to approve the joint declaration with an e-sign should be registered in EPF portal of employer, and also the EPF should be in active mode. How to register e-sign in the employer portal we'll explain in the next coming video. So in this video, we'll be seeing the approval of joint declaration by the employer. We'll see how to register e-sign in the EPF portal and how to activate e-sign. We'll see in the upcoming videos. Online joint declaration corrections. Now let us see what all corrections can be done through online joint declaration. EPFO had introduced standard operating procedure for processing of joint declaration for members' profile updation in PF records. Personal details. 8 corrections or updations. So in joint declaration, there are about 8 corrections that can be made in personal details. Now let us see what all the 8 corrections are. Aadhaar number cannot be changed. Aadhaar number will be displayed in the personal details, but it cannot be changed. Name can be changed. Date of birth can be changed. Gender can be changed. Father name or mother name can be changed. Relationship can be changed. Marital status can be changed, and nationality can also be changed. So these are the 8 personal details, among which 7 can be changed, modified or corrected, except the Aadhaar number. Online joint declaration corrections. Online declaration correction service details. So here there are about 6 service details which can be corrected. Date of joining EPF, date of leaving EPF, reason for leaving EPF, date of joining EPS, date of leaving EPS, reason for leaving EPS. So these are the 6 service details which can be corrected in joint declaration. Online joint declaration documents. Now let us see what are the documents are required as a support or a proof to make the corrections in the joint declaration. All major and minor corrections will be supported with the documentary proof. For minor changes, any 2 documents as mentioned in the list of documents below, which means for making any minor changes, only 2 documents are required as proof for joint declaration corrections. For major changes, any 3 documents are mentioned in the list documents below. If the changes are major, then 3 documents are required as support and proof for approving the joint declaration. Now let us see what are the documents which are required. Aadhaar card, passport, death certificate, birth certificate, driving license, service photo identity card issued by central government or state government or union territory or government PSU or banks, school leaving certificate or school transfer certificate, bank passbook having name and photograph across the stamped by the bank official, PAN card or EPAN, ration card or PDS photo card, voter ID or e-voter ID, pensioner photo card or freedom fighter photo card, copy of person of Indian origin PIO card issued by the Government of India, copy of overseas citizen of India OCI card issued by the Government of India, ST/SC OBC certificates with photograph, ST/SC OBC certificate with photograph. For full name, first name change request, PF member to submit the Gazette notification of new name along with any supporting document of old name with photograph, even for first instance of full name, first name change. Valid visa along with foreign passport, valid only, issued in case of other foreign nationals. So dear friends, these are the 17 documents which are required as proof depending upon the changes what we make in the joint declaration. So for minor changes, there are 2 documents which are required, and for major changes, there are about 3 documents required for approving the joint declaration for the name change or whatever the corrections we make in the joint declaration. How to approve joint declaration? See how the joint declaration will be approved by the employer theoretically. After that, we'll see practically how to approve the joint declaration form. Step 1. Click here to visit the official website of EPFO, that is www.epfoindia.gov.in. Step 2. log in to the account. Being an employer, log in using the Employee Provident Fund login credentials. Step 3. After logging in, navigate to Member tab. Step 4. Select the Joint Declaration Change Requests. Step 5. Click on the Member button and verify the details of the Employee Joint Declaration application with the supporting documents. Step 6. Attach the relevant supporting documents like Aadhaar card, PAN card, etc. Step 7. Approve the Joint Declaration form online through the EPFO portal through eSign. Step 8. Once approved, status can be checked to ensure that the updates and processed on time. So friends, hope you understood the theoretical part of approving joint declaration by the employer in EPF portal. Now let us see practically logging into employer EPF portal and see how to approve the joint declaration.
Now you need to open Google search engine and type EPF employer login. You can see unified portal -emp.epfindia.gov.in. Click this link. Then you will be directed to establish sign-in page. Here you need to enter the user ID and password. After entering the user ID, you need to enter the password. Then click on sign in button. After signing in, you will be directed to employer profile or employer dashboard. Here you need to click on member and you need to come to joint declaration change requests. Click this. Then you will be directed to pending requests. So when you can see that these are the employees who has raised a request through joint declaration for change of name, date of birth, joining date and exit date, etc. So here you can see request received by field officer, that is the request has been submitted by the employee, and here you can see that request received by employer. So these are the two requests which we have being an employer has raised for changing the details. Here you can see the details of the employee is, here the employee has requested for change of EPF joining and EPS joining, and the second request of this employee is change of name. Here you can see a button called view where the employer has submitted the documents like the employment letter, attendance register, employee details register, etc. So if you want to check it out, you can download the documents and check whether all the documents are correct. Once you feel that all the documents are correct, then you can click on employer button where you will be popped out to approve modified details. Here you can see the details of the employees like other number, name, date of birth, etc. Here you can see the employee requested for date of joining EPS and date of joining EPS. So you can see the change in red color. If you feel that the details are correct, then you need to authorize. So click this checkbox and declare that all the details are correct. Here you need to upload the document of the employee, that is change for date of joining. Here you can upload the appointment letter of the employee. I have uploaded the appointment letter of the employee and then click on upload. File upload successfully. After uploading, then you can write a remark as approved. Then you need to click on approve using eSign. Here you will be popped up with the name of the signatories. So I need to select the signature through which the authorization can be approved. Then click on the checkbox through which that OTP will be sent to the registered name through the registered Aadhaar OTP. Then click on eSign. Then you will be popped up to a window by where you need to check the click box. Then you will be directed to Aadhaar OTP. Here you can see that the Aadhaar OTP page has displayed, and you need to click on generate or get OTP. So an OTP will be sent to the mobile number of this authorized signatory. Here you need to enter the OTP received to the registered mobile number. Then click on this checkbox and click on submit button. PDF signed successfully. Here you can see that the employee details has been approved and it has been updated. So this is how you can upload the KYC of an employee through joint declaration eSign confirmation.
So friends, hope you understood both theoretically as well as practically how to approve joint declaration by employer through EPF portal with the help of eSign. So friends, hope you understood what is joint declaration and how the joint declaration request process happens and how the joint declaration will be approved by the employer through EPF portal with the help of eSign. So friends, if you have any queries or questions related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. I'll be happy enough to answer all the queries. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.